Data shows Virginians are evenly divided about which party they want to see in control of the General Assembly after the November election. Plus, it shows education and abortion will be key issues in deciding the balance of power. Capitol Bureau reporter Tyler Englander breaks down those poll results.
The survey conducted by the University of Mary Washington polled 1,000 Virginia residents. It found that 40% of them wanted Democrats in charge of the General Assembly, with 37% favoring Republicans. Abortion rights continue to be top of mind for Virginia voters ahead of the November elections. A survey from the University of Mary Washington found that 53% of Virginians say abortion rights will be a major factor in determining who they vote for, with a margin of error of 3%. Professor Stephen Farnsworth is the director of the university's Center for Leadership and Media Studies.
The reversal by the Supreme Court tends to be a very powerful issue in motivating voters.
Meanwhile, 57% of Virginians think abortion should be legal in all or most cases. Republicans have rallied behind Governor Glenn Youngkin's proposed 15-week abortion ban, saying it's when a fetus can feel pain. Democrats have argued Virginia's current law, allowing abortions through the second trimester or through the third trimester if the mother meets certain requirements, should stay on the books.
What you're seeing from a number of Republicans is a pivot, even from things that they said 2 years ago, where now they're talking about a 15-week ban as the sort of movement in a pro-life direction that might be palatable to the voters.
On education, nearly 2/3 of the people surveyed said Virginia's public school policies will be a major factor in deciding who they vote for.
I think the governor has been very effective in connecting with Republican voters and getting them energized, talking about dissatisfaction with the current system. A lot of Democrats are also worried about what's going on in the schools, but they tend to be, of course, a bit more worried about the governor's initiatives.
Election day is November 7th, with early voting already underway. The Virginia Public Access Project says more than 77,000 Virginians have voted early so far. At the state capitol, I'm Tyler Englander.